today's video is going to be my response to your question. Red Fist of Europe. And he asks if I had to choose between iced tea, Coke, or milk, which one would I take? Hooray for the most pointless question ever. I would definitely choose iced tea. I drink raspberry iced teas almost religiously. Other than coffee. I am a huge Dunkin' Donuts coffee drinker, so my next choice would absolutely be a raspberry iced tea. Let's see. Oh, and he also asks, what did I think of DPR Jones' charity blog TV session? And there is nothing anyone can do or say to ever make me think that a charity session of anything is a bad idea. So I don't know anything about it. I Googled it, or I'm sorry, I looked it up on YouTube after he sent me this question, and I saw that Hayden Panettiere was there, and if she was, that's awesome. So I don't see how you could possibly knock anybody's charity sessions. I mean, come on. And Freethinker3161, my good buddy, asks, what does your name mean and where did you get that name from? I have two sons. Two of my older sons are musically talented. My second oldest son, he can play just about any instrument you put in his hands. He'll figure it out, and he has this God-given gift that would blow your mind. And my oldest son, he's more artistically talented than musically talented, but he puts his mind to stuff, and it takes him a while, but he gets it. He learned to play the bass. My second son learned to play the drums, well, and the piano and the guitar, and I was playing a little bit of guitar with these guys, and we were going to form a band, just the three of us, and we thought we would name it. And so we were talking about cool names, and I thought, like, I don't even remember, I was searching something for some cool names, and I remember thinking, I don't know anything about these guys, but The Bravery, I thought that was a cool name. And I don't know where it just came into my head, The Reprieve. I thought that was cool. That was going to be our band name. So, and when I joined YouTube, I just went with it because that was about the same time so that we were talking about it. So, whole band thing kind of just never happened, and The Reprieve, as you know me, did. Boy, this is a tough one. In a fictional world, this is also from Freethinker3161, in a fictional world, what celebrity chick would you want to bang if you could, with no disrespect to your wife? I think my wife knows, because I know that if given the chance, she would probably jump the bones of Josh Hartnett. So, I have this thing for Kate Beckinsale. I don't know if you know who she is. She was in the movie Underworld, and she was in Click with Adam Sandler, so very beautiful. I don't know if banging is the word I would use, but if I was not married and did not know my wife and could have my choice of celebrity women, she would probably be first. And what is my church like? Denomination? What ministry do you serve in? And do you watch any TV pastors religiously? I honestly don't watch any TV pastors at all. I listen to some on the radio, and I know I like Alistair Begg. He's a Scottishman. He's got a Scottish accent, and I think that's probably the main reason I like him. But I don't get into religious stuff on TV. What is my church like? My church is teeny tiny, so small we don't even pay our pastor. We pay for his health care, and that's it, as far as I know. We actually don't even have our own building. We're in a plaza, in a storefront plaza. We're almost going to have our own building here pretty soon, but we are very small. We all know each other. We're all part of each other's lives. We are all good friends, and we all just worship the Lord together. The denomination is called Brethren in Christ, and the ministry I serve in, I'm in the music ministry. I lead the worship team, the worship music team. So that's pretty much all I do as far as that goes. If you want to get into it further, let me know. I'll be happy to explain more. But I was a trustee for a couple years, but my term expired, and since I became the director of music, I didn't bother becoming a trustee again. And if anybody from my church is watching, if they need a deacon, hey, I'm your guy. Hey, deacons are cool. Hint, hint, wink, wink. The next one is from In Matthias We Trust, who I haven't talked too much lately. I miss you, buddy. He says, number one, have you ever beaten the crap out of someone? And the answer to that is unfortunately yes. I beat a guy within the inch of his life one time. I remember actually being on top of him, and from behind he was face down, and I had a hold of his hair, and I was bashing his face into the sidewalk. So it's not something I'm proud of, but yeah, I've done it. And he says, has someone ever beaten the crap out of me? Yes, in 7th grade, a guy named Brian Smith and we fought it out. I don't even remember what for, but we met out in the middle of a schoolyard, and you know, we each had a group of friends with us, and me and him fought it out in front of everybody. And after about an hour and a half of not quitting, we both were bloody and bruised and ugly, and I just said, "All right, you win." So yes, but I did have to take I had to take my lumps for actually quitting that fight and being considered the loser. In other times, I had a big mouth when I was a kid in high school. I got into a lot of fights, but no, that was the only time I ever lost a one-on-one fight that I remember, and I'm pretty sure that's right. And where am I from originally? I am from a very small town in Ohio called Stowe. It's a couple miles northeast of Akron, about 45 miles south of Cleveland. So it is a middle-class, just middle of the road, not hillbilly. They're not hillbillies at all. It's just a middle-class town, just a small town, and it was smaller when I started kindergarten, and by the time I was in high school, it had exploded into a little bit bigger town. But yeah, it's still a small town, and that's where I'm from. He asks, coffee or tea? Absolutely coffee. And if God does exist, what one question would you ask him, her, or it? And you know, God told David, or God said that David was a man after his own heart. And I guess my one question for him would be, have I been close to that? Have I been close to the love for you of somebody who's been after your own heart? I know there's a million other questions you could ask, but you know, why don't you save all the starving children? Why do kids have to die? And there's a million other questions, but I'm sure an answer to one of those would just leave me with 1,000 more. So I think the answer to that one would leave me satisfied. So if you think it's selfish, it probably is. But if I only get one question, then it might as well be selfish. Who is my favorite YouTuber? Sheesh. I don't have a favorite YouTuber. I like people for different reasons. Like, you know, Matthias, we hardly agree on anything, really. And I like you, and you know, me and Brock agree on a lot, the Atheist Antidote, and I like him, and Freethinker 3161, we would make great neighbors, and I like him, and I just, Thoughtful Atheist, you know, geez, ow, guys, I can't pick one. I really can't pick one. And I respect you guys all for having differences and not holding them against me. I try not to hold anything against anybody else that I have a difference with, and I really respect that about pretty much everybody that's either on my friends list or my subscriber list. You know, you guys, I don't know. I just don't have a favorite, and I like a lot of people. So I'm sorry, Matthias, if you wanted me to pick you, I'm sorry, but you are probably top 10 for sure, maybe even top 5. But I just can't pick one. I'm sorry. Who is my least favorite YouTuber? Shock of God, and I won't get into that. If your children grow up to be atheists, how will that affect how you feel about them? And I'm sure you could apply that to, like, if they grow up to be homosexuals, if they grow up to be anything different than me, or anything that does not agree with my faith, I will love my children no less, not 1 ounce less. And don't think that this isn't something I haven't thought about and something I haven't talked about them with. There's nothing that they can do that would make me love them any less, ever. Of course, if they killed me, I wouldn't be here to love them, but up unto that, I would love them no matter what. Plural of Everything chimed in and said he's pretty sure that I'm his favorite YouTuber. I forgot about you just now, buddy, but you are definitely up there. You're definitely up there. And probably the more I get to know you, the more I will fit up.